Hello there. Alright, let's test the volume. Testy, testy, 1, 2, 3. Hello there. Alright, all good. Alright, I was not going to stream tonight, but I realized there may be some people out there that need company. So, I ain't doing anything else. I figured, why not stream? And I'll make a Rite out of it. So, I'll do some art. I'll do a Rite. Be all good. That does not want to light. Come back to that. I need a drink. Shlanja. Oh yeah, it's a good white Russian. I realize that this year there's a lot of people. It's not. I don't realize. I've seen it. I've seen a lot of people say they're not going to be hanging out with family this year. Why is that sideways? Maybe it'll fix when I get in there. Literally no reason for it to be doing that. Did nothing different that time. Picky bitch. Oh yeah, I changed her a little bit after the stream the other night. Wasn't very happy, so I went back in. I mean, it looks good, but honestly, if I'm being honest, I'm trying out new styles. I tried out a new pen today, or new brush, Procreate. I mean, she doesn't look bad, but and I put her in the overlay too. doesn't suck. But yeah. So anyway, I realized that a bunch of people are not hanging out with people they used to. So just wanted to have a safe spot in case anybody needed it. I'm not going to be on for long. Yeah, but I'm going to do a Rite. When I say a Rite, for those of you who don't know, I usually do a Sunday night Rite, which is an Eleusinian Rite, like from ancient Greece. It was a ceremony for Demeter and Dionysus, and it's referred to as the mysteries because we're still not sure what all they did there, but we know some of the stuff that they did there. And there was drinking involved, of course, because Dionysus and Demeter, and there may have been some what do we call them? Psychedelics. We'll say psychedelics. Yeah. So it was a really big thing back then. It was actually a really big thing into Roman times too, but then they created Christianity and wrestled it out. Thought it was too liberated. So when I do my rites, I don't do the whole hideaway in a temple and keep it a secret. I don't do psychedelics, but I drink, and I smoke from a pipe, and I'll recite the chant later on when I get off, because I'm a Dionysian. Yeah. And didn't really have a plan for the art. That's why I wasn't going to stream tonight, because I didn't really have a plan. I was playing around with style today. Trying a new brush. Oh, working on the greatest and best bard in the world. That's another reason why I wasn't going to stream. I think I'm going to have an early night. So I'll do a little art, and then we'll part our ways after I do my chant. Besides, when I do my rites, I fast, so I haven't eaten. I'm hungry. Yeah. So anyway, so the new brush that I used, it's got broken lines. See the broken lines there, and I was seeing if I like the broken line work. I'm not sure I do. I was going with a classic look, like a nostalgic look. You know, the whole Saturday morning cartoon thing. Well, old Disney had the broken lines, so figured I'd try it. That's better. Figured I'd try it, but I don't know that I like it. Why does she look squished? Oh, that's why I did it. There we go. All right, so that's Theophiles, and that's his guitar, the Demon Lord's concubine. So tonight we'll do the shading, we'll do a little highlighting, we'll do some special effects, and then that'll be it. Keep it simple. Alright, so on to shades. So first thing I'm going to do, so you didn't see me finish up with the dark elf. Once I'm happy with colors, and I know I'm not going to change any of the layers, I merge them all. That being said, I'm going to change the layer right quick. Oh, that actually looks pretty good. I was going to make his fingernails white, but they kind of look cool painted. Nice. Yeah, we'll keep that. Sometimes this art is like that. Gobble, Jen, gobble. That's funny. All right, make sure there's nothing else I want to change. That's a no. All right, so everything except for that magical hand there, we're just going to actually take that alpha lock off. That's another thing I tried. I went and I colored some of the line art. I don't do that often. Sometimes I really fight myself with coloring the line art because I like it to pop out. But I know that it's the way nowadays. And honestly, back in the day, like Rankin Bass, they colored their line art too. And Disney started coloring theirs towards the Hercules and Emperor's New Groove phase. Anyway, so you just tap each layer, or not tap, but kind of scoot it to the right a little bit, like that. Group. And having grouped it all, you can just flatten it all. Now you got one color layer. And then what you can do is you can duplicate. Now I got my insurance layer. This layer you keep, I call it insurance because you use it as a safety mechanism to not go outside the lines. Alright, we can start with multiply. Let's do a red light, so an orange light. It's a bit dark. Try that. Still dark. Alright, we're good. Then I gotta decide where the light's coming from. So I think I want the light to be coming from under him. So we'll do down and front. like I said before, I kind of like to do one thing at a time, so I know it's super dark, but it's okay because I can do that. How's Emma, Jen? Oh yeah, I've got plans for the eyes, so I don't do too much to them. Did we lose the chat? How's Emma, Jen? If you're wondering about the title of the stream, that had to do with the special part of the stream tonight. I was talking about it earlier. If it is a rough season for you, you do have family members or friends that you don't want to congregate with this year. I get it. Been like that for almost 2 years now. I get it. Um, Sometimes being yourself gets tough. But you also, I think the last stream I said it, be yourself unless you're a dick. Don't be a dick. Um, I'm actually a ordained Dudism preacher. The religion based on the movie The Big Lebowski. It's all about taking it easy. But there are times where it's not appropriate. It's the paradox of tolerance, right? You can't have tolerance if you are tolerant to intolerance. So to have tolerance, you have to be intolerant to intolerance. That's the only way to have tolerance. Um, that's actually kind of my only issue with Buddhism. Buddhism teaches that there's no good people and no bad people. I don't believe that. I believe wholeheartedly that there are good and bad people. I think it can flux. I think good and bad is just a measure of selfishness. Even the seven deadly sins are just selfishness. So the line always has to be drawn at compassion. And if you're compassionate, then there's going to be times that you can't be compassionate. I mean, even Mahatma Gandhi didn't even believe in being passive all the time. He believed in fighting for what is right. So he understood the paradox of tolerance. So this year we got to see a lot of masks taken off. So if you're having a hard time, I'd say just make sure that you're doing the compassionate thing, selfless thing. Like I said, that's where the line of good and bad is really drawn. Is a measure of selfishness. Every decision you make, just try to temper it with compassion. I've read all the Dalai Lama's books, and he had this cool. Which one was it? Was it Happiness? I can't remember which book it was. But in one of his books, he said when you approach a situation, view it as if you're standing next to the best version of yourself and the worst version of yourself, and imagine how they would react to it. And I know that movies and TV shows have taught us that our whole lives with the angel and devil on the shoulder. I get that. It just makes it even funnier because he probably hadn't seen those. I can recommend his books. The books are amazing. He's so cool. Um, but I like that. For one, it makes you take the time to step back. And I got to tell you, taking the time to step back in a conversation and confrontation and a choice and a debate, taking the time to step back, never be afraid to do that. When it comes to your family and friends these holidays, don't be afraid to take a step back. Maybe you are taking a step back. And that's definitely the right that is definitely the right thing. As long as you don't do it for too long. That's one of my flaws. I tend to sit on the mountain and meditate too much. So just remember when it's the time to act, to act. That's what I'm trying to say. But other than that, taking the time to make sure that you're your best you is warranted. Which in essence is taking it easy. But when push comes to shove, put it back hard. I ended up doing all the hard stuff first. There's going to be a lot more. There's going to be a lot of shading in this because there's going to be pretty bright light. So everything closer to the light is going to be harder. That's what I'm doing now. Shadows. By accident, I ended up giving him David Dasmalkin's fingernail polish. I'll dig it. David Desmalkin is an actor. Suicide Squad and Ant-Man and goodness, tons of stuff. Last Voyage of the Demeter. I don't guess that would have light. I guess that would be shaded too. I guess really that would also. No, not that. Not that. So, if you watch my streams, you'll probably notice I do most of my stuff freehand. Um, almost everything. That being said, oh, reference, reference, reference. I've done a lot of art, so I've referenced a lot of things already that I don't have to reference anymore. But when you do stuff like this, if you're watching this to get some tips and tricks, never take reference out of there. I'll always tell you to put reference in as one of the tips and tricks. And again, don't do shit like me. If you are here for tips and tricks, the biggest tip I will give you is don't do shit like me. Do your own. We need more uniqueness. We need more originality. I thought I colored that. Oh, damn it. Fix that. Let me finish the shade. Don't let me forget. I gotta go and fix that. Could have sworn I already did it. Anyway, we need more originality. So ooze some of that use all over everything you do. Don't do what Dax does. If you see me do something that might help you do what you do, that's different. I'm glad to help. I'm not saying I don't know stuff. I'm just saying don't look to Xerox anybody. That's all I'm saying. Guess that's his butt. Originality is undervalued, is an utter um, under. Yeah, it is. Totally is. That being said, the new Transformers film was the shit, and so was Beetlejuice too. I think I like Beetlejuice as much as I like the first one. And I mean, same creator and all that, so it should be the way it is. But you get my point. And Transformers 1, oh my god. Transformers 1 was so good. It was so shocked. So my big idols, my biggest idol is Optimus Prime. Like since Generation 1 Transformers, Optimus Prime has been my idol. Uh, and Arthur Pendragon, Odysseus, those are probably the big three. Top fives are my thing though. So who top five? Top five idols. Optimus, Arthur Pendragon, Odysseus, Ashley J. Williams? Is he an idol? The Bandit. What guy my age did not want to be the Bandit? The Fudge. Come on, I can do this. Top five role models. Optimus, Arthur Pendragon, Odysseus, Athos, there would be a shadow there. I can't say Malcolm Reynolds because I just am Malcolm Reynolds. He's not a role model. He's exactly as if Joss Whedon knew me. That's what that's about. That's what's up. But I still need one more. No, my crew and I were actually doing top fives before High Fidelity came out. That's one reason we loved it so much. We would always go shoot pool and do top fives. That's how we got to know ourselves and know each other. So when High Fidelity came out doing the same thing, we thought it was the shit. Plus, we already knew who Jack Black was, or at least I did. I was already a Tenacious D fan. I got into the D around the time Biodome came out. Can I say Joan of Arc? I was always a big fan of Joan. Maybe not now, though. Kind of burn out on that religion. Oh, Aristotle. Duh. Aristotle. So a couple of obviously fake characters, a couple of questionably real characters. And definitely real. The Wicked Game, the Tenacious D Wicked Game video, is that what you're talking about? I assume that's what you're talking about. I assume you segued to Jack Black because we were talking about High Fidelity. So yeah, that's five, right? Optimus, Arthur Pendragon, Odysseus, Aristotle. Shit. Oh, I had a questionable one, didn't I? Ashley J. Williams was questionable. Oh no, Athos. I said Athos. I love Athos. I love Alexander's Dumas. Yeah, I love the D. Oh yeah, I talked about Tenacious D, didn't I? Yeah, that's true. Sorry, I haven't drunk enough. Need a drink. Stone cold sober. I've seen him live a couple of times. Love Tenacious D. They better get their asses back together. I don't really agree with what Jack did. I don't know why he did it, but it wasn't worth it. I didn't really detour until just then. Originally, I just said um, Jack Black was in it, and I liked Tenacious D before High Fidelity. That was still not a rabbit trail, technically. My brain made a detour, that's for sure. Like I said, I haven't eaten yet. When I do a Rite, I fast. So I need to get this rock gnome finished so I can get some food. Oh my goodness, all these broken lines. See that shit right there that I'm erasing? That's what happens when you have cold, dead skin. I have very dry skin. So sometimes when I try to enlarge my screen, it doesn't pick up a finger or two. And if it only picks up one finger, then it marks all over my damn picture. It's frustrating. Really is the coolest guitar in the world, isn't it? I love this guitar. Let's see. Tricky shading. Thing. Damn. Figured I missed a spot. No idea where. Maybe right there. Yep. Did I say guitar? I meant lute. It's an electric lute. Surely it's not already done. It's already done. I think it's done. Shading, not the picture. No, that didn't look right. Looks better. All right, let's fix that. I don't like it. I had noticed that I didn't do anything with those when I started coloring line art. Ugh. Darker look better. Yeah. There we go. That looks cool. Beware the artist that knows what they're doing all the time. I rarely know what I'm doing. Okay, now having done that, just do this. We do alpha lock, and then we that. Oh, too much. That's still a bit much. How is it that looks so? It's crazy. Barely changing it. It's because it's red. Red is so finicky. Gotta tell you, I've been listening to heavy metal like all day. Oh yeah, that's where it's at. And Wu-Tang. A decent amount of Wu-Tang. Yeah, that looks cool. I like that. I know that was a lot of shit. Um, I had changed colors so many times I had lost the shading color. So that was me just getting the shading color back. Because I missed spots. What the hell? Oh yeah, that's totally not the right color. Oh, because of the white. Because I turned the white on. That's why. That's better. Oh well. Okay, maybe that's not me missing a spot. Doesn't seem to be. So, special effects. I could do some shading or some lighting. Let's do the special effects first. Looks good, but that one's not enough. We're going to do a normal layer too. I want a little of that. That was a little too much. Now, something else I want to do on that layer. We'll do a clipping mask. So clipping mask means it's only going to work on that layer. So whatever I do now is just going to hit that layer. What I'm going to do is this. Too small. Now what I have to remember to do is turn the opacity down on that layer too. Alright. Come on. And flat. Boom. Now we need to do this because of that. That. Actually, let's just go back to. Perfect. Color dodge can be pretty great. Yeah, I forgot about that eye. So we'll just do that. Continue what I was doing. Actually, you know what? Let's go back. This will look pretty cool. Comic book style. Oh shit. Guess what I just noticed though? Ooh, too much. Now, you can attempt to combine these, but this is what happens when you do. It's no good. So unfortunately, the different types of layers, they're going to turn into whatever I think it's the lowest one. They turn into whatever that lowest layer is. So fortunately, you have to leave layers open. All right. We do need to touch up on the metal. So there's a bunch of metals. Actually, we haven't done the main light source yet. Let's do that. So many light sources. We're going to say it's closer to a red. We'll try overlay as well. Might just need normal though. Overlay is not really going to affect the line art. So it could be precisely what we want. But I'm not a huge fan of it. I think soft light wins. I can't say it enough. Your eraser is your best tool. Really anywhere, but definitely in Procreate. Help you clean up some errant highlighting, making it look sharp. Another trick you can do, you can actually go through and select, you can select your shade and do this. That's fun. Oh yeah, one more special effect. Let's do one more special effect. Now this one, we'll go ahead and play around with it, but this is probably going to be the best look for it. I think I end up always using normal for lightning. I had to give Dio some white lightning. Just had to. And now you know why there's so many shadows. Alright, so does look cool. So it's hard light. Might use hard light. I think that's it. Might do a little more, since we're on a hard light, we might do a little of this. Let's just go to the paintbrush. Got a lot of metal, so make the metal look metal. I swear, so much of my coloring metals is changing sizes. I guess not as much metal as I thought. Oh, he does have leather, though. Leather will do. Now, I haven't done any ambient lighting. I don't know that I've done any ambient lighting on a stream. There would be ambient lighting in this pic, because what I envision is lava in front of him, or fire. So the ground behind him would definitely, let's do something like that. Oh yeah. So he'd pick up some little bit of cool from the ground behind him. Why is that not? Weird. Oh, I'm on print. That's why. Duh. Not enough. I like it. Let's just do it. There we go. So that's what the ambient lighting would do to him. No, not that much though. We'll fix it. I like that. So when you see people talk about ambient lighting, that's what they're talking about. Other light sources or reflection sources. That's really it. Diophiles. This picture of Diophiles is done. It needs some background, of course. And it is very busy. I understand that it's busy. You got energy here, energy there, energy there, energy there. But that's Diophiles. That's Dio. I don't know that I like the dry ink brush. I have to think about that. Can't really tell it shrunk down, but once you blow it up, you definitely can. I don't know. So I'll send it to myself. Plus, that way I've got it if I decide to put it into a background. I do have an idea for a background. That's how I knew what lighting I wanted to do. And then, I'm not going to last much longer, and I need to eat. So I'm going to go ahead and do my Rite. Hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. I do hope this year is not too rough on all the good people out there. If you do need an ear, why it's doing that. If you need an ear, if you need a shoulder, feel free to reach out. If you're struggling, definitely reach out. But for now, I've fasted. I have drunk from the cup. I have received from the box. Having done, I've put into the basket, and out of the basket into the chest. That's really it. I hope you didn't eat too much. Actually, I'm not going to say that. I hope you did eat too much, and I hope you rest well. Hopefully, I do too. And I will catch you. Maybe I'll stream tomorrow. We'll see. I think my oldest boy is off tomorrow, so I'll probably spend some time with him, but maybe we'll stream. Either way.